funny thing about motorbikes, obviously, British Army introduces the motor machine gun corps in the First World War. Before the trenches are built, they realised you could put a Vickers machine gun on a sidecar, put it with a motorcycle, and you've actually got mobile firepower. Motorbikes are used right from the word go for delivering messages, hence dispatch riders, and we'll see some of the people here have what they call a DR helmet on. Dispatch rider's helmet, looks like a paratrooper's, slightly different. It's being used as part of Blitzkrieg, as we now know it. Those German armoured attacks in France, Belgium, and Holland, where they're heading to the coast, why not send the motorcycles out ahead to, first of all, not just reconnaissance, finding out where the French are, where are the British, who's making a stand where, but they also did it to capture places such as petrol stations. So if the Germans could send a combination, the German military could continue advancing. Now this was all very well when you're on metal roads, cross-country, much harder than a combination. And again, the Germans and later the Russians, they copy the Germans where with sidecars they end up having a reverse gear as well, which if you're in muddy situations means you can get in and get out. British military, we end up, of course, in late 1930s, we're looking at rearming, just as the modern MOD are today at this moment in time. March 1941, Lend-Lease, America starts handing over equipment to British forces, basically on the never-never. We ended up paying for Lend-Lease by offering kit back to the Americans, and also we ended up paying Lend-Lease in financial terms. It's only about a decade ago we ended the last of the Lend-Lease payments for money. So again, American equipment was taken into British and Commonwealth service, so you'll see Indians and Harley Davidsons, very much all those, but with British markings on, because quite simply, with Polish and Commonwealth forces, so BMW and Zundat were the two major heavy motorcycle sidecar manufacturers, the R75 and the KS750. So they all take off, so we can see a matchless G3, Royal Enfield RE350, another M20, another Royal Enfield, and the V2 rocket sight. So that's actually a really, really special machine. Just gone out of sight just for a moment, but as it comes back into sight, just there. So that's actually a French manufactured known a road. Now that was a Parisian aircraft engine manufacturer back in the 1930s. Turned their hand to motorcycles, and turns out they were very good at motorcycles. With the third Reich overrunning France in 1940, Nome Road, the force, didn't have any choice, as with all the other French manufacturers, to turn their manufacture over to the Wehrmacht. So that particular unit was actually the German force. So let's just see what we've got coming around. Right now, I should mention there were other manufacturers such as the Velas company that made the Velas set. Also James, who made a small lightweight 125ml. So we've got Royal Enfield, Model RE, two of those up the front, a matchless. So number 4 in that parade. Let's talk about the matchless for a moment. So that's the one just about to go under out of sight, just as he reappears. Number 4 in the convoy. Let's look at that. So that's a matchless G3L. So that's the one with the gentleman wearing the light and tan top. Generally considered that matchless, certainly mid-war and later war, built the best handling military motorcycle in the British industry. A lot of the other bikes have got what we call girder forks, whereas the matchless, just passing the arena comes to a position that has what they call telephonic forks, much more akin to what you see on modern motorcycles globally. Made for a far nicer ride. And another matchless, that's a slightly earlier one Fasten the rear commentary position. That's a G3. That's the predecessor to the G3L. Had girder forks. Very attractive spare front mudguard. So the very chunky front tires would chuck the toe up and it would actually jam between the wheel and tyre. And the mudguard lifts and force the front wheels to lock up. So the Dash 2 came along, Dash 1 came along, which was the uprated version, vertical onwards. Entirely different shape front mudguard. Far more open and it allows snow to exit sideways to stop that front wheel from locking up. And there's also a snow scraper on the rear wheel. And this is how the wheels there and the mechanisation